Hey guys, I just wanted to get on here and remind you guys that your experience is not broken. My experience isn't broken either. So if my experience isn't broken, yours sure the hell isn't. um, I know it's hard, especially right now in these times with all the big changes and everything happening. Um, I wanted to share a story that for me proves that my experience for sure isn't broken. Um, it happened a few weeks ago. Uh, I had been fighting suicidal thoughts for a bit. I mean, since my boyfriend killed himself almost 3 years ago. It will be 3 years in December. And I handle that kind of stuff pretty well. It's not like I would really act upon something like that, you know, or really hang on to those thoughts and feelings for too long. And and the last, you know, 6 to 9 months or so, um, the suicidal thoughts had been escalating and getting stronger and uh, more and more in mind. And I was at Bees a few weeks ago, and I had just let go of a whole bunch of toxic relationships, and I was let go of a lot of different kinds of relationships that weren't serving me, and that I felt like maybe, wasn't serving each other. So anyway, either way, they weren't healthy, so I walked away. And I was feeling super alone, super lonely. I was having a kind of a hard time, processing my stuff and understanding it and questioning, where I'm at and, you know, if I, you know, questioning my worth and where I was at with myself and, who I really am and what's real and what's true for me and my reality and my experience. And one day I went to Bees and I was having a hard time. I was really depressed. I was getting a couple groceries. I don't even remember exactly what I was getting. And after I had checked out, I was on my way out the door. And just as I was walking out the door, I felt these suicidal thoughts start to even just to creep in, and almost like it's starting to become some kind of habit. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the easier it is to use, or to function. um, and I immediately felt them just to even start coming on, and I was like, no, I'm gonna fucking live. I'm gonna fucking live. And I immediately brushed the suicidal thoughts away and just held on to that. I didn't know what was next. I didn't know what I was going to do next. I didn't know, I was still in that moment and I was still depressed. I was still having a hard time. And I went home and I was sitting at home. My son had been away with some family for, about a week or so. And so he was still with them. And I was sitting outside and I didn't know what was really going to happen after that, but I had made my decision. And I really needed somebody too. I needed just to, genuine, real human connection, just a hug, just to have somebody be there even. And one of my dear friends showed up out of the blue. They just was driving by and had a feeling and stopped by. And he visited with me for a little bit and ended up leaving. And after when I started to have those suicidal thoughts before that, I do remember thinking that I was feeling unseen and especially unheard. I felt unheard most of my life. I'm sure a lot of you can say the same. But I'm the youngest girl out of 9 other girls, and then I got 2 younger brothers, and so you can imagine how the big sister syndrome thing, yeah, anyway. I'm big, you're little, I'm right, you're wrong kind of things growing up. So but anyway, I had thought I lost my voice, and I thought that I was unseen and unheard and unappreciated and not valued and not worthy. And the moment I decided, that moment walking out of the bee's door, I decided to live. I went home, had that visit with my friends, and the next day I got up and did my first video reaching out to people who might need somebody, who are feeling like giving up. And I can already see, and I can already feel it, and I've already had some beautiful changes happening since. But the moment I thought that I lost my voice is the very moment that I found it. Kind of crazy how that works. Everything happens for you for a reason. Your life is not happening to you, it is happening for you. And whether you live like it's rigged in your favor or not, it is. It's rigged in your favor. Life is rigged in your favor. So your experience isn't broken. It's actually more fixed than you realize. Maybe not the small little details, but the big events are. We get to make the art while we go through it, though, and make it beautiful. I'm grateful for every single experience I've ever been through, and that will never change no matter